Welcome to Homework Lib.
The towns of Davis, Almonte, and Fairview have the coordinates shown in the table where each unit of the coordinate plane represents 1 mile. A music company has stores in each city and a distribution warehouse at the centroid of the triangle. So what are the coordinates of the warehouse? Well, if D is at 0, 0, E is at 0, 8, and F is at 8, 0, the centroid is at the mean of these coordinates. So that warehouse would be at the mean of the x coordinates, 0 plus 0 plus 8 over 3, and 0 plus 8 plus 0 over 3, which would be at 8 thirds, 8 thirds. We want to now find the distance from the warehouse to the Davis store to the nearest tenth of a mile. Warehouse to the Davis store would be the square root of the difference between the x coordinates, which would be 8 thirds squared, plus the difference of the y coordinates between 8 thirds and 0, because we're going to Davis. That difference is 8 thirds squared. And we'll go to a calculator. The square root of 8 thirds squared plus 8 thirds squared to the nearest tenth would be about 3.8 miles. And C, a straight road connects Almonte and Fairview. What is the distance from the warehouse to the road? Let's come up with an equation to represent the road. So we're using Almonte at 0, 8 and Fairview at 8, 0. The slope would be 0 minus 8, that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, that's negative 8 over 8 or negative 1. And the y-intercept is 8, so this line is y equals negative x plus 8. And now we want the distance between the warehouse to the road, so 8 thirds, 8 thirds. We need to be perpendicular, so let's come up with the equation that is perpendicular. The perpendicular slope to negative 1 is positive 1. And so perpendicular through 8 thirds, 8 thirds, we need to find the b value. 1 times 8 thirds is 8 thirds, subtract and you get 0. So just y equals x is the perpendicular, which now we want to find the intersection of the perpendicular line and the original line. So x would be equal to negative x plus 8. Add x to both sides and you get 2x equals 8, so x equals 4. And if x is 4, then y is also 4. So the intersection of the two lines is at 4, 4. So this would be the road, and this would be the warehouse. This would be the distance to the road, because that would be the point of the intersection of the perpendicular and the original line. And so now this distance would be the square root of the difference between 8 thirds and 4 squared, plus the difference between 8 thirds and 4 squared. And we'll do this to the nearest tenth of a mile as well, which I could just use what I have already if I just subtract or in the quantities, we'll get 1.9 miles.